Alright, what is going on? YouTube fam, welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream. First live stream of 2024. What time to be alive, good to be back on stream. Trading with you guys for the year. Hope you guys have had an amazing new year, new Christmas. It's great to be back on. We'll let the Zoom guys in. We'll let a few more join in, and then we'll jump straight in a second. You guys drop a little like for the stream. We've got a lot to run over today. Lots of value to come. Let me just quickly check the news whilst the Discord guys are joining. I don't think there's very much today. Thursday. Unemployment claims. Yeah, you got unemployment claims today, which is interesting. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a good start to the week. I have had some... Where's all my analysis gone here? Oh no, I've lost all my analysis. What the hell? Let me see. I think I've lost all my analysis. Yes, I have. Alright. Well, it looks like we're going to go do a scratch. Have I lost it all? Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, that's fine. We'll start from scratch again. I've lost all my analysis somehow. But we'll do a scratch from you guys. But yeah, great to have you guys back on stream. Ready for another year. I'm just going to let the guys in on Zoom. And then we'll get started. Good morning. Feels like it's been a while. Yeah, it has been a while. Happy New Year, Aaron. Happy New Year to you too, man. I'm based in the Sunshine Coast, man. I'm up in the Sunshine Coast. So definitely buy me a beer. Yeah, more than welcome to buy me a beer anytime, man. If I'm ever in your town, anything like that, absolutely. Let me let the guys in on Zoom. Let me share my screen. Boom. There we go. Let me move this over here. All right. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me all good on Zoom. Cool. All right, what's going on Zoom, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Good morning, afternoon. Good morning, Ross. Happy New Year to you guys. I think it's the first time we actually finally jumped on. Happy New Year to you too, man. Let me move this over here. Alright, let me start showing my screen. Oh, a few more are joining. Once everyone joins, I'll give it 5 more minutes. Once everyone joins, we'll start running over it. Just so we'll let a few more other guys come in. I'm in North Lakes. Good man. Just been up on holiday, coast from Brisbane. Very nice, man. It's very nice up here. Let's get Happy New Year. Happy New Year to two James. Yeah, big year, man. Big year. 2024 is going to be a big year. You're going to have some brand new trades on gold. Brand new everything. Right, let me get rid of all this. What time is it? 5-2. Greetings. Oh, what's going on, Brian? Good to have you back on, man. Happy New Year to you too. You guys on YouTube, drop a little like for the stream. We'll start sharing my screen in a second, and we'll start breaking it all down. You got unemployment claims later on today, but you've also had some nice little moves today on gold in Asia already. So we'll break it all down. We will break it all down. I think most people are here. Yeah, all right. We'll get started. We'll jump in. Let me just make sure you guys on Zoom can see my screen properly. I think you can. Yeah, cool. Move this over here. All right, let's do it. Let me put this over here. It's been a while since I jumped on stream, so having to move everything back around, but I think we're good. So let's just have a quick look at the weekly on gold so far. As we know, because I've lost all my analysis here somehow. I don't know where all my positions have gone because I've been on my laptop on the go for a couple of days now, back on here. So we'll start brand new for you guys. So we'll take a look at the weekly on gold here. Obviously, you know, we're trading back above, let's say, call it a nicer level is going to be 2050. So on the weekly time frame, we closed bullish above 2050. We tried to hold above last week, but we closed with no bottom wick, also rejecting this resistance. And now you're kind of having this push down. So it looks like on the weekly, we're potentially creating a nice little evening star, something similar to this, where you could be looking for this to have a little decent pullback down. And we've kind of already started the week pretty bearish. You know, the daily's closed back below that 250 level, which is very, very key. As long as we trade back below that, you know, you may see some downside. We have this daily double bottom that we spoke about before we broke up for the New Year's, which is still in play. You've came up, you've whipped out daily highs, and now you've pushed back down. So this right now on gold could be a lovely top wick on this daily. For by the time this closes, this is just the top wick, and unemployment claims could bring this back down into what, 2,000-ish. It's the kind of 500 pip range you're playing with on gold right now, 2,000 to 2,050. Like this, the whole overall. The overall big range that we're playing is this right here. So you still got this broken resistance, broke above, support, broke back below, resistance, broke above. Haven't quite come back down to test that. You know, if you put on a big swing fib like this, you can see you got that 71, 78 lining around that 2,000 level as well. So for me personally, it wouldn't be that crazy to see gold tap back down into there before a potential pushback higher. But that's just an overall outlook. If we start dropping down to intraday, before the push up yesterday, did we grab the lows? That's the question. If we didn't grab the lows, then that's going to be a nice target. And it doesn't look like we did. That could be a very nice double bottom here for today. Yeah, so is that a double bottom? I'm going to have to zoom pretty far in here. Did you actually grab it? Oh, you did. Look at that. See, I'm having to... Wait there. Did you grab it? Oh, I can't really tell. I mean, technically you did. You just about wicked out the previous low before having this push back up. But, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if we come back down here one more time. So this is that daily double bottom we have down here. It really wouldn't surprise me if we see gold come back down and dip back down into these lows a little bit more. All of this level here, you know, I've got it drawn as a line, but it's all, you know, all of this is one big resistance level where you could tap into before seeing this nice sell-off. So this is a pretty nice area on gold today, actually. It's on the hourly. Let's have a quick look at the hourly. Hourly closed bullish, doji bearish, grab the lows, repush them back higher. You're kind of creating a double top right here now as well. So if anyone's trying to sell gold, stops are going to be above that higher. So depending on how this hourly closes, if we open with an instant bottom wick, you could be looking for buys up into this high for like 23 plus ish ticks, which could actually be pretty nice. We may have to drop down to, how long you got? 50 seconds. Let me start dropping down quickly. Yes, this is a pretty nice double top right here. So anyone who is trying to short gold already, you can imagine they're probably trying to do short gold here, stop loss just above this high, looking for this big play back down. But the way we trade is we want to be buying up into where most people are trying to sell, and that'll be our move for the day. So you've opened with an instant bottom wick, which is nice. I need to see it a little bit steeper than that. Is that a double bottom there as well? Yeah, cool. We got a double bottom there as well. So two nice areas. If we come and grab the highs pre-unemployment claims, then these are two nice area targets where you can see unemployment claims retrace this entire almost 200 tick move, which is very, very nice. Swinging into daily low, still good, even with the news layer. Yeah, I think that's pretty good, man. I think that's good. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, man. Yeah, well, I mean, you got a double bottom down here, and you got a double bottom down here. So like I say, depending on how price goes pre-unemployment claims, will determine which way you're going to move. So if before unemployment claims, gold just creeps up like this and creates more liquidity down here, like leaves more double bottoms, another double bottom, another double bottom, then you could see unemployment claims just completely retrace that move. So it all depend on how you play before that news. But yeah, to me, it's looking like you're going to re-grab the daily lows. Because you've already grabbed daily highs. You wicked out daily highs here, closed back bearish. So that's a lovely liquidity grab. So you don't really need to come and grab any daily highs. All daily highs have kind of been grabbed. You're not going to see it come and grab yesterday's high, because if you grab yesterday's high, you're just going to push higher. So you want to see yesterday's high respected to then come down and wick out this low and tap back down into, this level here, which is probably going to be the first level that you'd want to watch from. Just looking left to see how this lines up. Something like this, like 2030-ish. You got resistance, fake out. How do you know it's a fake out? Because it closes above and then straight back below. Break above, support, resistance, support. Kind of little bit of support there. Lots of resistance, big level. So yeah, this range to me looks like a pretty decent 200 plus tick range to play today. So this is a resistance, and this is going to be overall support down here. So if we could see, unemployment claims come and retrace a lot of this move, then in London and the European sessions, you want to be looking to anchor yourself for some pullback longs. You kind of already come up here in Asia, wicked out some 15-minute lows, closed back bullish, which actually would have been a pretty nice, 30, 40 plus tick push there. Now you just closed bullish on this hourly. So I want to see these highs grabbed. I will look to buy into them highs only if we bottom wick a little bit more. Because you can see that 15 closed bearish, no bottom wick. People try to jump in shorts there. Now they're about to get squeezed out. So anyone who tried to jump in short of this 15, where's their stop going to be? Just sitting above here, looking for this play back down. So if we can take advantage of that, amazing. It may just do it from here, but I would love to see it bottom wick a little bit more, and then we can be buying up into where most people are trying to sell, and that could be a little hedge before unemployment claims come out. So what we'll do is we'll put in a little money sign over here, so everyone knows what we're talking about. And you got the same down here, and then once if you start grabbing these highs, then creating more liquidity down here. Even if gold's going to push high today, it's never going to leave this double bottom and respect it and push higher. So that's how, once you get into unemployment claims, you already know where to take price. Whereas people are so confused by news, they don't know how to take it, they don't know where it's going to go. But you always leave liquidity levels like this before the news, and then that becomes amazing levels that you can just trade into, and that's your direction for the day. I see you break down the chart, saying exactly what I was already thinking. Good man. Good to hear, Riley. Good shit. Stream still says starting soon. Me too. I don't think it does for anyone else. You may have to refresh it. Yeah, that's what's crazy, man. 0.05, that's what I was looking at. It was so crazy. It literally came, where was it? I literally had to zoom so far in to see. It's like, technically it did, like, actually wick out the low before this move up, but it's come that close to it that it still just, to me, looks like a double bottom, which I still think you could grab. But that was a pretty aggressive stop hunt yesterday at 7 PM London time. So anyone who bought off this support here got this really nice push up. Price wicked out. All of these people who are buying from here either hit their stops or at least hit their break-even orders to then completely push back higher. That was an aggressive stop hunt. I typed in Dayla. Yeah, broke by 0.05. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, it was a very, very aggressive hunt yesterday. Welcome back, Friendly Fire. Thank you, man. Maybe mention I was starting out trade micro GC. Yeah, trade micros for sure. Absolutely. Trade micros. Yeah, you don't need to jump straight into minis. What did you do? You've already kind of wicked some intraday lows here to give this push up. Haven't really grabbed these lows to see this push up. That was pretty nice. When was that? That was Asia today. Yeah, Asia was quite nice there. Asia wicked out some 30 lows, closed bullish. You got some buys in there. No bottom wick on that, so it would have been a bit tricky. Getting Android Aaron's private group 2 days ago. Been trading for Forex for 2 years now. Done quite a few courses. I highly recommend Jordan after trading. Learned so much in 2 days. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, man. It's good to have you in there. I know he didn't pay me to say this. I also told him to put that on the end. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the kind words, man. It's a pleasure to have you in the Discord. We're going to take over this year. More full-time traders. More breakthroughs. And, you know, we're taking over. I can't wait for the trading retreat in May. You know, like I said today in Discord, hopefully we can plan to do another trading retreat for the guys who couldn't make it, and maybe towards the end of the year-ish. I say ish because maybe a little bit earlier than that, but I need to give everyone enough time to be able to plan, and we'll see what destination to do it. Because we're doing the retreat in May in Bali, so it'd be cool to try and visit some other parts of the world. What was the backtesting software you mentioned in final stream you're doing on Saturday? Let me send it here to you, man. Let me send it here. So, if this is gonna work, let me show you. How do I share my screen? Here it is. I'll send it in, and then you can get a copy of it. Yeah, I think I mentioned this on the last stream that I recommended a lot of you guys to, you know, do some simulation sessions. Oh, look at that gold push now. I would have wanted that buy. Do some simulation sessions whilst the markets were quiet during, you know, Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, it looks like you're gonna. I think this was probably the entry here, 645 ish. Grab the lows, because that would have been a nice scalp into these highs. So you want to be, you know, you want to be drawing on your zones, like this. So you draw your resistance. You guys on Zoom know as well. This way you draw your resistance and you draw on the highest point that hasn't been grabbed, and that becomes your liquidity level. Because even any retail trader who would have tried to short here, you see this little rejection of this resistance. People short here, put their stop above that high, and what are they now doing? They're now getting squeezed out. And if you can buy into that resistance, and that can give you at least 20-30 ticks, that's an amazing trade for the day, and that's a great setup. Buying into the liquidity grab, and also waiting for the liquidity grab to trade out into it. So if you don't get the buys into it, then you want to be waiting for something like this now. But if you can buy up into if you can identify where most people are trying to sell and look for a buy up into that, that is your pretty easy trade for the day. If we can still get a bottom wick here without grabbing, you know, there's still opportunity. What time is it? If the next 5 minute doesn't, if this 15 doesn't grab it, next 15 opens the bottom wick, tap back into here, you know, you're still going to get 15-20 ticks. Press makes perfect. Absolutely. Seen that twice for a long time. Serious question though. What chart should I be using to trade in TradingView? Let me show you. Let me show you here on Ninja. Let me log in. We're going to be trading the February contracts on gold. We're trading February. This is leaving a nice resistance here. You still haven't grabbed the highs. If this opens with an instant bottom wick in 4 minutes, you may have some buys on gold, and you can probably risk off this previous 15 low. And I'll drop down to the 5 soon, and we'll see how that's looking. Yeah, 5 minute hasn't really grabbed any lows for a while, so you'd want to see some lows grabbed, and you could probably risk off somewhere down here, and that could give you a nice little buy. Where's this? Where's this? Here he is. What's going on, Mark? Good to have you back on, man. Let me move my screen over here. Why's my contracts not refreshed? I've already rolled this forward. Let me roll backwards. February there. Demo account things. Yeah, I think so, man. Yeah, you want to be trading the February contracts. You can always check it by if you go onto the which website is it? I'll send it in because it will always be updated here, so you guys know when to roll it over as well. On the CME group website, I'll send it in here. Here. It'll always tell you. Yeah, that's the one. February. Yeah. GCG4. So G is February. GCG4. If you want to trade the micros, like Brian said, GCG4. Still not loading. What's not loading, Tim? Do you mean the stream, man? Is that Bill? This 15 is going to be leaving a pretty nice wick here on gold. So if we see this next 15 open, instantly push down, grab all of these lows, you could still have buys up into these highs. I'd want to see it at least tap down into maybe about this low. And then you got like 30 ticks into the highs, which is very nice. Very, very nice. So see how this 15 is going to open in 1 minute. Because you see here on gold, for all of this move up here, we haven't grabbed any 5 minute lows. So this becomes liquidity levels that we could tap back into. Nah, cool man, good man, good man, good man. And yeah, Top Step have some huge sales on at the minute as well. You can pick up an account on Top Step at the moment as little as $24, which is absolutely insane. I think it only lasts till Friday, New York time. Top Step have some very, very big sales. Picking up an account for $24 is fucking crazy. Is there an easy way to unlock combines? I have only ever done it on group trade. I have a video on how to set it up though, man. I ended up finding a good one because it was quite confusing for me as well. Well, I found a good video because once it's set up, it's pretty easy. Like if you want to trade like 2 contracts across all of your accounts, and you have to, or if you have 3 accounts, then you need to open triple that, which is the one that I found. Once it's set up, it's pretty good, and then you can add a widget in Tradeovate so it can show all of your accounts. So we're getting instant bottom wick here on this 15 on gold. Let me find the video here, because once you have it set up, it's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, Aaron, if you can chuck it in that Discord chat, there's probably a few that could benefit from it.
Oh, sweet. Alright, man. Yeah, cool. I'll stick it in, man. Oh, shit. I'm not recording the Zoom.
Recording in progress.
Fuck. I always forget. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Yeah, it's weird at first, but once you got it all set up, it's good. Right, so this is... Let me just see this 15. So yeah, 15's closed bullish, still closed above here. We're grabbing previous 15 lows, which is nice. So still, anyone who is, you do still have that bottom, double bottom down there, but anyone who is selling gold here, like I said, you know, stops go above this high. I want to be looking for buys up into that. So we're grabbing these 5-minute lows that I've just spoken about. I wouldn't market execute now because stops is going to be, yeah, it's only 17 ticks, not too bad for like 30. But I want to see us reject and hold above here. If this, by the time this 5-minute closes, we close back above here, I'm going to buy gold up into 2050. Trying to be waiting for, yeah, it looks nice, man, it looks nice. We hadn't grabbed any 5-minute lows, so now that we're grabbing these 5-minute lows, if we do reject here, I think it could spike out these highs pretty quick, and you could get a pretty nice quick trade. Definitely seeing the long position. Yeah, good man. Good to see we're all seeing the same. Yeah, the longs are clean. No, it's literally just buying up into where most people are trying to sell. The only thing is you may not get it this quick. How did that hourly just closed? Yeah, so hourly did close bullish. You still haven't grabbed hourly highs, which is also nice. But you know, you could pull back down a little bit more. If you don't flip in this hourly, then you could see the next hourly grab hourly lows, and then you could be looking for the push. You do have unemployment claims today, but let me just move this back. What the fuck? Yeah, so if you could start to, if this 5-minute, because this is already starting to reject pretty nicely here after grabbing these lows that we've expected, we've mentioned. If you still hold this support, then you can start to risk off this low. Now you don't have to risk off here. So if we tried to market execute here, you know, we'd be risking off here. But if this rejects like this, then we can take buys and now we can risk off this, because if you re-break this low, you're going to push lower. So now you can risk off this low. You could be looking for this play up. You know, 1 minute till this 15 is going to close. This is a big rejection here. So far we are doing exactly what we've said. No freezing, I should charge for that. Is that this one? Oh, trend line. This double bottom down here up into leading up to unemployment claims is going to be a very nice. Sorry, double bottom is going to be a very nice level to short into as well. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. If I want to go long, it has to close back above this level. If you close back below, then it'll just go lower. Unless you get a fake out, then that's fine. We'll react to that. But resistance, support. If you close below, you could retest and push lower. So you got some, you got now you have mapped out 2 very nice levels here. So you still close below. We may grab the lows one more time. Let's see. Or if you start closing back above, this is the 15 high, so you can even take a break on the 15 high, which is like here. Here. That's the 15 high. So if that starts, you start breaking back above there, that'll be the 15 flipping bullish. Can I make a suggestion? Yes, of course. Maybe you can add your local time on this YouTube screens. Have you guys know this? Yeah. How do I do that? Well, what about if... Let me see. Is that going to be too small? I think that might be too small. Because you have it on the trading view chart, but it might be a bit too small. I could put it like down under the logos and stuff. Maybe, yeah, no, I can do that, man. I'll make a note to add a clock. Because you can see it on my... Oh, is this 5 minute gonna fucking close back above? You naughty boy. Let me see. Sales 15. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, if we re-break this 15 high, you could have a nice trade here in a second. Stop loss going to be around 14 to 20-ish. The biggest risk reward. Demo account, yeah, get that demo account open, ready to go. Yeah, if I do put a clock on my chart, I will do it at London time, because that's what I always trade off. That's how I have my trading view chart set. So obviously it says 7 AM down here, but it's 20 past 5 in the evening for me. But I always, wherever I am in the world, I'm always trading off London time. So I can probably add a London one. Let's see how this 5 is going to close. How much volume is in these candles? 6 ticks. Not bad. Is there any reason you're using the Awanda chart? Yeah, so I'm trading futures, but I'm using the Awanda chart to do the analysis because it comes and grabs intraday highs and lows more than the futures chart here. So my execution is done here, but analysis is done here. Because if you see here, see this double bottom down here. If you look at this on the futures chart, see here how it actually got grabbed, but on the currency it didn't get grabbed. And them little double bottoms for me are very, very important. So sometimes on the currency chart, on the spot chart here on gold, you'll grab some highs before having the real push. But the futures chart could leave a double top, and if I'm just watching the futures chart, I miss the trade. So although I'm trading futures, I still have to do my analysis on this spot chart for that reason. You know, you could see currency do this today, but on the futures chart, it could only come up to here, and if I just see the futures, I'll miss the trade. So yeah, that's the only reason I do my analysis off this chart here. My execution isn't done here. But yeah, for them little liquidity grabs, it's very, very key, man.
Hey Aaron, do you ever get worried about when you're gonna have to update your process when the markets evolve?
Yeah, we already have, to be honest, man. Like things I was using like 2 years ago are so different. It's different though, because the thing is on gold. Like, gold has moved the same way for such a long time. You know, like simple liquidity grabs. But yeah, like even the things I used to use, I've simplified it so much more, just a pure price action, which you never really lose, and you never really beat that. But yeah, I'm always adaptive with even things that we were using in like, I think maybe like April and June. We had some amazing momentum trades, and they kind of stopped, and then we kind of had to take more like retest entries. Yeah, it's always got to be adaptive with it, man. Things we're using now. Oh, liquidity grabs will always work. Liquidity grabs have worked for years, so they'll always be there. But the actual entries, yeah, you may need to adapt within in some ways. Like sometimes taking the breaks of the lows or taking retests will be what will change the most. Benefit changing your time. Probably see what time it is. Yeah, well, I mean, I only trade London time, so I just want to see what time it is in London, because that's what I've always traded off. So when I'm on my charts here, you know, it says like 7 AM down here. I start trading at 7 AM London time. So it's easy for me when I'm on the charts to know what time it is in London, to know that I'm still trading the same times. This 15 starting to flip bullish. You got no bottom wick on this 5, but the 5 may just be doing what it does all the time recently. See how this 15? Oh yeah, look at that. Fucking shitty 5-minute time frame. There's a reason I don't trade the 5 anymore. How long we got to this close? So what's that? That's the break of the high. So that's the risk of the low. Yeah, fucking 5-minute, man. Yeah, there's that push. So you come down, you grabbed all them 5-minute lows. 5-minute doing what it's been doing recently is the reason I haven't traded the 5-minute song. I don't even know how I was watching it. But you came down, you grabbed them lows, and now you're re-breaking higher. That's that's the push right there. The reason the 5-minute shit here is because it's open and not giving a bottom wick. But look at this. Now you're pushing up. So we've literally did exactly what we've said, except you didn't close back above here before this push. But that's just waiting for too much on the 5. Third touch into trend line. Which one do you have, man? I'm looking to. Well, that was my trade right there, buying up into this resistance because most retail traders sell here. Stops above there, and now they're pushing higher. There's that push. 15, let me see. 15, yeah, it's just gonna grab it. Shouldn't need to now come and grab anywhere else. You wicked out the lows, you're gonna spike out these highs very quick here on gold. It's a shame that 5-minute opened with instant top wick. See, look at that. You're creating even more. Look at that. You just wicked out. This is getting quite. See, if you were in this, now you'd be kind of a little bit worried because you've just wicked out some highs here, and now you're starting to close to the wick. Like this. Look at this. It's a very, very, very tight little range. And we're gonna get this 30 close in 2 minutes as well. 30's looking pretty nice here. Oh yeah, that's a nice trend line, man. I like that. I like that. Let me see what time frame is that on the 15. Yeah, I like that trend line, man. Yeah, so spike out a lot of that. Oh. So you got it coming on down like this. Yeah, that's kind of why you're messing around so much here at the minute. More reasons for more people to try and sell there. There you go, there's that push on gold. Have you just grabbed the highs? Nah, you're about to though. Futures got demo accounts? Yeah, you can open demo accounts on futures. You can open test accounts on Top Step as well, man. You want to try out Top Step before you go for it. You can do practice accounts on Top Step as well. I think it's once you sign up, you have the opportunity to trade. To trade on the challenges to get a feel for it. There you go. Yeah, I think you're gonna spike it, and unless you get a very quick. Instant bottom wick here. I may quickly look to see if I can take it. Because that 15 and 30 is going to close, especially the 15. 15 is going to close really nice here. How's this 15 going to open? You can risk off the low. Instant top wick, look at that. Not what you want. You want an instant bottom wick so you can buy up into this level. We're waiting on the stop hunt. No, I'm trying to buy into the stop hunt. So I'd already be done. I'm trying to buy up into this resistance. It would have been lovely to get these buys from down here. There you go. There's that push. So that's that trade done. If anyone got it, good job. I didn't. I was too busy watching the fucking 5-bit. But the 15, 15 closed above here, closed bullish. Next 15 came back down, grabbed the lows. As soon as you start rejecting from here and flipping bullish, there's your long. Once it starts to flip bullish, risking off the lower this 15, and once you grab these highs, what you hitting? You're already hitting. That's all right. So you're hitting 10 ticks. you'd maybe take a little bit, but you'd be break even. So you guys go back to what we said on the start of the stream. Anyone who's short in gold here, where's their stop? Just above that high. So any retail trader who tried to sell there has now been stopped out. And that's where you typically want to be buying up into. And that could be your trade. So now that you've wicked out these highs, how's that 30 closed as well? Yeah, 30 still bullish. But direction, very simple there. A little, what, 20, 17-ish ticks. The best entry with the biggest range would have been from down here at like 645 when this closed with no bottom wick. Taking buys from around here would have given you a much nicer range. When you get this close to it, you know, buying the breaks, the highs is almost like 10 ticks. It's not worth it. You got to be making minimum, aiming for minimum 20. So easy when you break it down like that. Only trade 3 contracts into the highs. Yeah, good man. Yeah, good job, Anthony. Yeah, that's it. That's all it is, man. Yeah, just literally buying up into where most people are trying to sell, and that can be your trade for the day. So unfortunately, the Rangers got pretty tough and very, very close to it when we got onto it, but the idea is as simple as that. This is where, and this is what, if you guys on YouTube who have maybe just joined, this is what we were saying. This is what retails do. Retails see this rejection of this big resistance like this. Retails try and short here, put their stop loss just above the resistance, get stopped out, and then they had to push back down. So look at that. Retail just got wicked out, and now you may see it drive back down. Who knows? If you re-break this low, then you probably will see that. But we're only 3 minutes into this 30, and you've already wicked up and already pushing back down. Grab my 20 ticks. Good job. Very nice. How's this Owlie looking now? So Owlie's, yeah, so now the Owlie's wicked out all highs. Now you've wicked out all of these highs. Where could you be coming back down to? You could be coming back down to here. How's the 4 hour looking? Oh yeah, 4 hours looking juicy to have some pullbacks. Look how many lows we've been respecting on the 4 hour. Even if the 4 hour is gonna push higher today, you're very likely gonna wick out a lot of these lows before pushing higher. And that's also where that double bottom is as well. So that double bottom also lines up around that previous 4 hour low. So who knows, if you start closing pretty aggressively bearish now that you've wicked out the highs, you may see some shorts, which is probably going to be a nicer range, to be honest. Yeah, 50 ticks, yeah, way nicer range. What do you need to see before? Yeah, lots of 30 lows to get grabbed here now. Look at that. So you just left another like this. Let me put this one here. Yeah, so you want to see some closures back below here again. Then you can take some sells and risk off this high. Because that's the liquidity grab now. So now if you didn't get the buys up into it, well now we want to trade the liquidity grab setup. Have you been to Malaysia? I haven't. No, I've never been to Malaysia. I haven't actually. What have I got planned this year? This year I've got planned New Zealand in February, Bali in May, and that's about it so far. That's the only 2 trips I have planned so far this year. Respect that trend. Yeah, respected it a bit too well. That's what's a bit difficult, man. It's what's difficult with the shorts. You have still respected that. What if gold did not wick the highs on your top step? Would you still place the trade? Yeah, because it's been grabbed on the spot chart. The futures chart could leave a double top, I don't mind. But because it's been grabbed, which has it left a double top on? No, it's grabbed it on futures as well. But yeah, if it had left a double top on futures, that's fine. As long as it's been grabbed on the spot chart, that's fine. That's all I'm trading off. I do zero analysis off the futures chart. It's purely just to execute off. All my analysis is just on here. Whatever's happened on here is how I'll take the trade on the futures chart. I saw Nasdaq had a big sell-off yesterday. If anyone trades Nasdaq, so had a big sell-off. Move this over here. I think it was in the London session where Nasdaq had a big sell-off yesterday. The biggest sell-off was in I think it was in London. It was a very big, very aggressive short. I had a look on the daily. Yeah, huge push. Yeah, look. Massive push down. So, pretty bearish push on Nasdaq to start the year. Gold's in this little choppy range here. Gold on the 5 minutes, very messy here. Because you're trading around this resistance, it's gonna be messy. EU looks good. Have a look, man. Have a look at Euro. If you leave these 30 lows here on Nasdaq, on Nasdaq, on go ahead. If you respect these lows here on the 30, you'll see all of these get grabbed on unemployment claims today. Pretty aggressively as well. Look at that 5 minute. So when did we jump on here? Range. Lots of them across a few time frames. Yeah, especially on the 4 hour, man. The 4 hour has loads to come and grab. These 4 hours have no real bottom wicks. So they've still got a while to close, but I think if we're going to see us wick into all of these, which you very likely will do before a big push up, you know, you'll wick out the lows and you'll have the push. Even if you're going to push higher, yeah, you'll see all of these grabbed. And even shorting into them, you know, once you get the setup, it's going to be a very nice trade. A very nice trade. $25 into the previous, yeah, it was just very nice. Which is now a double bottom as well. Look at that! What a push. So even if we did get that trade, you still would have got break even. If you got it here, you would have got break even. You may, if you got it from down here, you may have squeezed what? Nah, yeah, you would have got break even there. And the buys from here were the nicest. Buys from here, whichever way you got the entry, every single position would have got you a break even. You got NFP tomorrow as well. I almost fucking forgot about NFP. The first NFP of the year. Expect that to be pretty volatile. I think I wanted to show you guys the trades that I've taken this week, but I don't know where all my analysis has gone. I took 2 trades yesterday. When was that one? When was that? That was Tuesdays, but I took 2 much nicer setups yesterday. I don't know where they've just disappeared to though. I don't know if it's because I took it on my laptop that it's like gone from here, but it's pretty annoying. Well, I posted it in Discord anyway. But I've had, what, 3 trades already so far this year. All winners. Very simple setups. All outside of the London session as well, actually. That was a very. I was one into New York session. I think Mark took that one as well. Have little 25-ish tick cells. Oh, look at this rejecting again. Look at that 5 minute. What time is it? Where's my clocks? God, he was going nuts yesterday. Yeah, gold has some insane moves yesterday. Look at this. Wicked out the lows, completely ripped higher. So I got sells yesterday from... where did I get my sells from? I think I got some sells from here. Well, no, wait, let me see. I'll be able to find it. I took this on... Yeah, I had some crazy moves. So I had two positions yesterday. So I originally had some sells from 63.95. Fucking hell, yeah, it was a huge drop. So this was the London session one. So yeah, so my first position 63.95 was from here, up here. The first time I ever set a physical DP at like down here. It got hit and then dropped so much. So I had sells from here and it dropped all this much, and I think I got out like here. Then I took another position at 47.68, which was, I think was it around here? 47.68. No, much lower than that. Where was it? Oh yeah, I think it was around here. I think it was once this came up and wicked out some 15 highs with the top wick, and I just scalped that little play back down. Where is it? 47.68, like here, and just took that little wick. Even that little wick down to there was like 20 ticks. I was already out just on that little wick. So yeah, go, and then that I got the smallest of the moves yesterday, and then pushed down even more, and then look at that, ripped up all of these highs again, smashed back down, and then kind of corrected. It was a crazy day. There must have been some news around that time, but it was a absolutely massive trade. Yeah, and I literally I never set physical take profits, but I never ever set physical take profits. That was the first time I've set a physical TP in so long, for the simple fact that I was at a wedding and couldn't manage my position. I had an alert set as well. I was like, I could manage it off an alert, but it could have wicked out these lows and pushed higher. That was my worry. So I shorted here and I had my TP here, in case it wicked out my level, hit my like 20 ticks and then ripped higher. But obviously not. The one time I don't set a physical TP, it then dropped like 300 ticks. Absolutely insane. Never ever, and that is exactly why you don't set a physical take profit. If I hadn't set a physical take profit and just set some alerts, by the time I got signal again, it would have been a very, very, very good wedding. But still, I can't complain. It's still like a little 20 tick scalp from a fucking phone. I can't complain. So it's been a while. Let it out, Tim. Let it out. See how this 15 is going to close soon. I'm not buying gold today. Too much liquidity to grab that. My buys would have been from here. It can keep pushing up now. I'm not gonna be buying gold today. But later on today, be watching all of these lows here. Because like I said earlier, if you grab the highs before unemployment claims could just, boom, wick out so much of this little corrective move. How's this week looking? We're halfway-ish through the first week of the year. You've already wicked out weekly lows, so yeah. Again, this I think most people are starting trading properly from next week. But it'll be interesting to see how this week closes. If you respect 2050 and re-break higher, or you actually fake out and close back below, then you can see some pretty decent downside. Back down to like 2000. We'll see what London Open brings here. But the only reason I don't like buys is because if you look here at gold on the 30, for this entire push up, you haven't grabbed any 30 lows. So if you haven't grabbed any 30 lows, you guys on Zoom, let's do this. Let's draw this properly. You know, we've been practicing this. Even if you're going to see a push up, oh god, what was that? Where is it? That's not what we want. Where's my magic drawing tool? Here. Even if we're going to see a push up, you're at least gonna look at that. That's beautiful. Gonna wick out the lows and potentially push higher. So even just trading this wick here is going to be a very, very nice trade. And if you start closing bearish, then amazing. You're gonna have some sells all the way back down into there. Look at that. That's beautiful. What a lovely drawing. Been practicing them. That's what I did during my Christmas holiday. That's what I did during. I don't know what he's talking. How do you kick people? Yeah. I don't know what he said. I don't know what that was. Yeah. The fact that you haven't wicked out any of these 30 lows is yeah. Even from here, right now, shorting down there is like 40-ish ticks, but I still think you're gonna dip much lower. But when you can understand that the market could grab these lows before potentially pushing higher, you don't wait for that to play out and then try and take a trade. That's the trade you want to take, because that's like 40 ticks. You get that move down into all these lows, you secure 40 ticks. Well, if you keep pushing lower, amazing. You've got an amazing trade. If you reject and then push higher, well, who gives a shit? You've already got your 40 ticks for the day. So you don't have to worry about what if when you come down here. You've already got your trade. But regardless of if we're going to push up, these will get grabbed. And obviously if we're going to push lower, then obviously we're going to break below these anyway. So in each scenario, if you can see all these 30 lows are going to get grabbed, even if you're going to push up or down, then you're in a win-win situation. And that's how you want to be exposing yourself. Understand what the markets could do before doing something else, and then that's the trade you want to be taking. You know, in the beginning, I would draw this like this, and I would wait for price to get down here, and then I would try and buy and try and predict, and then try and catch this move up. But it's like, no, if I can see price could push all the way back down here before pushing up, that's going to be my trade for the day. And who knows, once you get back down here, you could easily just keep pushing lower on unemployment claims. But once you wait for it to get down here, once it does get down here, which it will, you don't have to worry about, oh, is it going to go long? Is it going to keep pushing down? It's like, I've already got shorts. I don't give a shit. If I want to secure 90%, hold some runners and see if it runs, or use that runner to go long, amazing. I'm covered in the best way possible. I'm exposed to the fact the markets can do anything. I think it looks nicely on the, you know, it may even come in sooner, you know, it may come into London, into London. If you wick up, create a nice little 3-pin, you know, we could get it soon. Because this is still starting to reject here quite nicely. You've got 10 minutes till this hourly's going to close. As long as you don't close above this, you still respect this resistance after wicking it out. Coming to at least grab the hourly lows is a pretty decent trade. Even if you're going to push higher, like I say, you're at least going to wick out this hourly low. Because you need to grab the liquidity, because there's clearly not a lot right now. And that's exactly what I'm talking about here is exactly what I was doing yesterday. I took these shorts anticipating that if we were going to push up, we were at least going to come and grab these. So as soon as we grabbed these, that's where I had my physical TP there, because you then could have pushed higher, and that was my trade. So what I'm talking about right now is exactly what I did yesterday. I think I closed it somewhere around here, like maybe 20-ish, little scalp. Because you could have grabbed these lows and push higher. So that's why I had my TP. If I didn't have my TP there, once you grab these lows, I have to have risk off the table. And if I can't manage my position, I have to put a physical TP there. But this is exactly the same as what we're talking about here. If we're going to push higher, we're going to grab these lows. If we're going to push higher here, we're going to grab these lows. And if we do something like this, and it ends up doing this, then, you know, fucking amazing. Look at that. That was a insane sell-off. That wedding was expensive. That was ridiculous. The 300 tick push down yesterday on the London session. Did anyone on Zoom take any of this move yesterday? I didn't realize how insane it was till I look at it now. Unless you got it from up here, this around here was pretty difficult because you rejected as if you're grabbing these lows, and you kind of wicked up and then just kind of pushed out of nowhere. Could we have done this? Let me take a look, man. Let's have a look. Let me pop it up on the big screen. Call back 45 ticks. 45 ticks. Amazing, James. Good job. 45 is amazing, man. Good work. Yeah, so where would you be? Let me see. I'm just looking at your chart here, Matt. Let me.
Okay. I'll just do it on quickly. I think you can figure out the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, man. Let's have a look. I'll show my screen so you can see it properly. Yeah, so this is kind of it's pretty much what I was looking at here as well. Because you pushed up, you hadn't grabbed any of these lows, which is great. So as soon as you start grabbing these like this, then that's amazing. That's the play up into this liquidity grab as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's exactly what I wanted. The only reason I didn't take this is because that 5 minute annoyingly closed below here. But if you were to manage it off the 15, it would have played out perfectly. So once you get your entry, if you then go back to the 15, by the time the 15 closed, it was a huge bottom wick, and you already close or be break even once you grab these highs. That's the only thing. So as soon as you wick out these highs, then you could start to push back lower, and then as soon as you did grab these highs, you would have had to go break even. So you would have maybe just quickly got hunted there before pushing up. But analysis is exactly the same as what I was looking at, man. Exactly the same. So it's very, very nice.
Okay.
Nice analysis, man. Yeah, it's exactly what I was trying to play as well. And end up hitting perfectly.
Alright, cheers.
Nice, man. Yeah, but look at this. Look at this. What's Goldie doing here? How long we got? 6 minutes is fine. Let's have a look. Yeah. What time frame is that? 15. Yeah, beautiful. That's a solid run. Did you grab them highs as well? Where's that? Was that the one into the US session? Or was that London as well? Let me have a look here. 15. That was a solid drop. Yeah, pre-US. Yeah, I think that's the one I got as well. Because you did actually. I think you. Where is it? Pre-US. Why can't I not see that on my charts? I shot the lappy after that. Yeah, I think that was exactly the same as the one that I got. So where did you get it from? You got short around 58.3. Oh yeah, way high, yeah. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, that was a lovely one, man. It's very, very nice. It's a ridiculous push. Ridiculous push. Hey Monkey, did I miss much? Not yet. I ran over some liquidity points, but I'm just waiting for this hourly close here on gold for some potential shorts. Let me share my screen again. Shot the lappy off that. Yeah, I bet, man. It's a fucking amazing trade. And then it ended up, once you did shot the laptop, ended up fucking around as well. Let me have a look at this one. Previous 4 hour low, yeah, wicked them out, closed back above, pushed up. Yeah, very nice, man. Just finished where I'm late. That's all good, all good. We almost had a little buy scout, but we didn't get it just yet, so you haven't missed too much. It's all good. Plenty of time. All I'm pretty much waiting for here is this hourly to close respecting this resistance. Next hour to give a top wick, potential evening star, and I want to look for some sells back down into this hourly low. And that is going to give us around anywhere from here 11, like 20 to 30-ish ticks with potential runners to go down much deeper. And we're going to get the London Open here in 5 minutes as well. Yeah, you got NFP tomorrow as well. So we won't trade. We'll still trade. We'll still trade London. We won't trade New York though. We won't trade New York tomorrow, but we'll still trade London. Let's see what London brings. And that's the first NFP of the year as well. And then, you know, main trading for most people is as of next week. I think a lot of people even took this week off as well. But this week's been pretty good, to be honest. If I don't know, someone may know if there was news that came out at this point, but if there wasn't news, this is the kind of crazy news that you can expect to start the first week of the year, the first and the last, because you get a lot of profit taking. The London Mastermind account, you get it back here, man. You get it back here. You wait for the next hour to close. Wix level and drop and look for entry. Yeah, pretty much, Brian. Yeah, all I want to see is this hourly close exactly like this, and then I would love to see this next hourly open with an instant top wick, and then we can take them sells back down into here. So as soon as this closes in like 2 minutes, I'm gonna drop back down to like the 15 and see if we can look for a top wick entry. Because you're creating like a big triple bottom. So if you open with an instant top wick here, you know, I'll market execute sells there, risk off the high, and be break even as soon as you start wicking these lows, and that's 20 ticks, which is pretty nice. Because now if you close like this, you got a triple bottom here now as well. So ideally close, you can close that respecting somewhere around here. Leave all these 15 lows. Top wick into, here-ish. Risk off the high, because you shouldn't need to grab that. If you grab this hourly high, you'll push higher. So you can risk off there and be looking to target these lows here and see if you can get runners back down into like 2042-ish. I'll be surprised if you come all the way down here in London today. But you never know. Your buys change from buy to sell. Is that because of the rejection? Yeah, so my analysis on buys today was to buy up into this liquidity grab. As soon as you start grabbing these highs, that's where you want to be open to sells. Because anyone who was, like I said, anyone who was selling here, stop loss goes above that high, looking for this play down. Well, now all retails have been stopped out. That's when we still want to take the same direction. And the liquidity grab will be confirmed once this hourly closes rejecting this area. Yeah, this is lovely. Look at this. So you got that double top. You've wicked out the double top, still respecting resistance. Where's the next support going to be? Down here. Is it going to be... Is it likely going to be an inside day for gold, considering the big move yesterday and important news coming up tomorrow? Nah, I don't think so, because you've got unemployment claims. If SJ's here, you got unemployment claims there. We do have NFP tomorrow as well, so yeah, NFP is going to be you may... I have this double bottom drawn on, but like we mentioned, it actually did get grabbed. So I'm not super interested in this low. I'm more interested in these areas. I want to short into these areas, be pretty much done for the day. We could grab these lows, but if you zoom right in here, this did actually stop hunt this low before this push up and wicked out and grabbed a shit ton of buying orders. A shit ton of break even orders that would have been here. People who bought here and bought here, go break even, grabs all the orders, and then has the momentum to push up. Alright, hourly has just closed into an instant bottom wick. Not ideal. I want to see this top wick first. Because if you bottom wick first, then you could come top wick later on. Oh, that's 9 gold. 98 watching the stream and only 19 likes. Go like the stream. Yeah, you tell him, man. You tell him. No, it's an instant bottom wick on the 30, which is a bit annoying. You want an instant top wick, because then you can be shorted into the bottom wick. I mean, if you still push up from here, you can have a double bottom, so you still got the trade. But I want to see a top wick up into like here. Because if you sell it now, your stop's going to be 24. And your break even is going to be 7. It doesn't make any sense there. But if it comes back up and retests around the initial drive, that makes it much more worth it. Yeah, pretty much, Brian. So by a retest, I mean just, retest whichever level we've just kind of broken, which is probably like around here, which you actually just did fucking do. Look at that, broke below, quick top weight, push lower. So yeah, so I probably would have been looking at like here-ish, to be honest. You break back below, so you want to see a retest top wick like this, and then that can be your short. You can risk off these highs. But you can see how choppy we're becoming in here. As long as you don't grab this low, though, I still am interested in these shorts. If you do grab them, so be it. It's very, very choppy. I will take, shorts on the retest around like here-ish. Come and grab some of these 5-minute highs. Kind of having to over-analyze quite a lot here because you can see how choppy this is since we've jumped on. Which is good for the first stream of the year. Look at this. So we jumped on here. It's kind of what we... Although we did call this nice move up even in this tiny little shitty range, you can see how choppy it's becoming. There you go, you're just going to push, aren't you, gold? Yeah. Like I say, if it just pushes from here, so be it. There's no entry. I'm not going to chase it. I have to stick to the plan. Oh. What are you up to, gold? I got a new video coming out soon for you guys on YouTube as well who asked about what risk management to approach when using top steps. I'm going to do a whole video on the rules and contract size I think you guys should be using when trading on top step, because people say the rules are too tight. I personally disagree. I think the rules are perfectly fine given that there's a 0 time limit. You just need to maximize the most amount of trades out of the risk that you're given. So I'll probably drop that video on like around Sunday. I've kind of done like a list of rules of what contract size to use when trading a 100k account on gold. Should we go out for dinner? Have a good night, man. Good luck. Enjoy, Riley. Enjoy. See you next time, man. But yeah, streaming will be back to normal every single day next week as well. Every single day is normal next week. Every single day. And then I'm in the middle of trying to move house as well, so you guys may have to bear with me if I have some last minute viewings, but so far nothing. I got two viewings on the weekend actually, on Saturday.
Don't forget aircon in the bedrooms.
Literally, man, every time we look at a place now, we zoom into every photo, like, is there aircon in the bedrooms? And if we're no, like, nah, absolutely not.
Maybe down to the Goldie, bro.
Yeah, man, I'd love to, man. I wish if my girlfriend didn't have to work in Brisbane, I would love to move to Gold Coast, man.
You going back to Brazil?
Yeah, moving down closer, man. Yeah, unfortunately, it's too tough. My girlfriend, she has to drive to Brisbane like every single day, so it takes like 3 to 4 hours a day. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's nuts, man. So yeah, trying to move to like Redcliffe-ish area, because you still got the beach. It's still not too far from Brisbane.
Yeah, it's nice in there. It's getting nicer as well.
Yeah, it's nice, man. Yeah, I had a drive around today. It is a nice spot. I'd love to move to Gold Coast, but she wouldn't. I said to her, well, I was like trying to sell it. Well, you could get the train. You get the train straight from Gold Coast to Brisbane. You could do some work on the train, but nah, it didn't work. I tried.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's still a good hour-ish from here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's quicker than Sunshine Coast, but yeah, it's still quite
Yeah.
far.
But
I can move back down one day. 3 to 4 hour drive is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, yeah. Buy a mansion, yeah, I wish. I wish. Don't forget the Wi-Fi. Yeah, and the Wi-Fi. Aircon and Wi-Fi. The two... Aircon, Wi-Fi, and near the beach are the two non-negotiables. You're working out previous 15 highs here without grabbing the lows. Ooh, yeah, this 30 still got so many lows to come and grab here. What was your stop going to be from here? So it's going to be 18, your break even is going to be 12. Is it possible to win 12 trades in a row? Yeah, 100% is possible. Very, very possible. So the reason the reason I still think sells are nice here, although you're rejecting the support, is because we've rejected the support, but what have we not do? We haven't grabbed any lows. So anyone who's buying here, where's their stop going to be? It's going to be right down below here. So that still gives a pretty nice trade. And on the 30, you still haven't wicked out any of these lows. It's getting pretty choppy. That's my only concern. But to me, to at least, I mean, you're going to grab all of these lows at some point today. Look how, there's no way gold's going to push up and respect all of these lows. So to still short into that and into previous hourly lows is still a nice trade to me. Where do we want to short it from? Like from where you are now, to be honest, is going to be a nice level to short. But I'm not going to market execute because look how fucking tough this range is becoming. But this is a nice level to start looking for some shorts if we start to reject. And you want to be targeting down here, and we'll be break even as soon as you start grabbing these lows, which is what, 20-ish ticks. But let's just see if we're going to reject a little bit first. Yo, ciao, what's going on, man? Don't forget a place with rapid aircon. Yeah, you guys already know. Oh, don't do it, gold. Just snipe the demo trade now. I mean, you can still, if you take the break of the lows, is it worth it? I don't think so. No. No, not really. Because you top wick now into that. I would have been more confident to execute this if you didn't do this first. Because this is like a little, it's very, very messy. So if you guys don't see it, don't be frustrated. It's only because I've seen it so many times. But this is a... where is it? Where are we? Here. This is a left shoulder head, right shoulder region to push lower. It's very, very choppy, but it is a level that you're starting to reject from. 27 seconds. If this next 5 opens and instantly pushes up, now that we're clearly showing signs of finding some resistance here, I will take it. If we open and instantly push down, I don't want to see it, but I want to see this 5-minute wick up, and I want to look for these shorts. I don't really want to take a break of the low because it's just not worth it. Fuck, look at that. I've been a snipe. What would you be hitting there? Holy shit. No, it's only 10 ticks. It's such a tight range. It looks like a decent move. It's less than 10 ticks. What is this range from highs to lows that we're now currently stuck in? Still 20. We can still trade 20. Alright, there you go. You got an instant top wick here. So if we take sells, now you can take sells on the break low because you have an instant top wick. Stop loss is a little bit off. This is last 5 out of 15. I might have to go in this half risk because we're so choppy. Let me see if I can get this in time. Yeah, I'm gonna take a half risk sell on the break of this low here on gold. I'm only going in small because of the way that we have been pretty choppy since this whole entire move. We're very, very choppy, so I don't want to over risk too much. So I'm going in like just under half of what I normally would. And as soon as this grabs these lows, you know, I'll be risking off here in a second. As soon as you, as soon as you start grabbing these lows, you know, I'll bring it down to there soon. But this is the last 5 of the 15 as well. So if this 5 closes bearish, this 15 is going to be leaving a pretty nice wick, and I want to see this 15 close, you know, actually breaking this support. If this 15 closes respecting here, I don't want to be in it. It's going to be based off the 30, but I still want to see this 15 close decent, because I don't want to. Although I'm very confident it's going to hit these lows, I don't want it to take like half an hour to hit like 20 ticks. I want to see volume. Have you just grabbed previous 5 lows? No, not yet, not yet. Even if you start re-breaking this 5 high, I may risk off like there soon. Let's see. See if we get some volume. Let me put a nice stop before I forget. Before gold explodes. So my entry on futures is around, I didn't get the best fill there, is around 54.5. That's not bad fill. There's not a whole heap of liquidity as well, so expect fills aren't going to be as amazing. If we don't close bearish in this 5 minute, I will manage soon. Because this is the last 5 of the 15. Like I say, I want this 15 to actually break this annoying support. Please gold runner for the first stream of the year. Yeah, I think it's, you know, like I say, I have no doubt we're going to see gold back down here today. But I'm just concerned that we don't have volume to do it just yet. That's why I'll be managing pretty aggressively, and that's the reason I've only gone in just under half of my normal risk. I'll be surprised if we get runners in London. I think you may just kind of get stuck in. And I'm going to clean this up in a second as well. I think you may get stuck in here. My stop will be above previous 5 highs in a second. I don't want to see that broken. Actually, I'm going to do that now. I'll be risking like 5 ticks here on gold. I'm going to bring my 5 above that previous 5. Because if we re-break that, I don't want to be in it, because you may then come retest the highs. Let's see how this 5 is going to close in. 15 in 1 minute, because this is what we're having to work with. So there's no point risking off here now. We may as well just risk off here. If it was going to drive, it would have driven already. Wait for the 15 to close so that yeah, if you want to wait for the 15 close, it probably makes sense, to be honest, now looking at it, because it's now just doji in this little annoying range. We'll see how this next 15 opens. You may grab previous 15 high, but you have also grabbed the lows. I would have wanted to see it actually close below these lows. Look at this annoying. Well, how many? This is a 15 tick range now, which we have to be wary of. Let's see how this X15 is going to open here. If we instantly bottom wick, then we'll manage. It's the top way. It's the top way. It's all right. Like I say, I think we're still, you know, like I say, at some point today, you're likely going to run all of these, but this London volume is not it just yet. I'm still in here though. My stop loss is at 55.8. I'm not risking any more than that. So I'm risking like about $500-ish. You're grabbing previous 5. You still haven't grabbed any lows. Double top on the 15 futures, not a worry for you. I don't analyze off the futures. I don't think it's a double top on here. Maybe, yeah, maybe it is, but on the hourly, it's the hourly high that I'm risking off, or I was risking off. So here, because if you see this hourly high broken, you'll probably push higher. But yeah, you're right. It is a double top on the 15, but this is just a play to play it back down as these hourly lows, because you want to see this hourly high respected, because this is the liquidity high. So if you respect this, you know you could have the push. But if you re-break this, then you'll probably push much higher. Build liquidity for one more rapid if we're going lower. Yeah, it's looking likely. Well, this is because we now have this new range. This new range is what, 14 ticks. So I don't like to trade anything less than a 20 tick range. So now we're in this range. I'm trying to look to manage this. If you start creating a bottom wick here, my stop loss is going to go above here right now. Yeah, cool. I'm bringing my stop down more now because I'm kind of trying to get out of this trade a bit. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of this. So I'm only risking like 4.5 ticks here. 4.5 ticks from 10 at full. At half, we're risking off this high. Because if you re-break this high, you're just going to push higher. So there's no need to risk off any less than that. Sorry, any more than that. You're back at break even. If anyone does want to close at break even here, here's your chance. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to see, because that's a pretty nice top wick on that 15. Yeah, it's messy. It's very, very messy. Come on, gold. Give us the volume, man. Give us the volume. This is... Yeah, but you are right. It is, even on the currency chart, it is actually a double top, but it's more so because it's the hourly liquidity grab. You've broken above, retested, broken back below, top wick, and then had that push back down. And this trade is kind of based off the 30 as well, coming to grab all these 30 lows. So you just got that 30 resistance there. Now you got that 30 support. You've grabbed the highs, but you haven't yet grabbed the lows. Let's see how this 5's going to close here. Come on, Goldie. Be good to us for the first trade of the year, even though this is a very horrible range. As soon as we start grabbing these lows, we have to take risk off the table, because this could be the liquidity lows, but not yet. Not yet, not yet. If anyone did take this full position for whatever reason, I personally would cut it there at break even. But because I'm only in this small, I'm just kind of just leaving it to get a feel for this. Did my phone? Oh, my phone just died. Oh, are you gonna push? Also, expect the more you reject here, the more people are gonna try and do something like this, but that doesn't mean you can't wick out these highs a little bit. If you really need to grab liquidity, it'll be above these previous 15 highs. And you got one more second. Oh my god, look at that gold. Oh, instant top weight, not bad. Not bad. Off the work now. Enjoy, Ross. See you next time, man. The reason that this isn't the reason I'm holding is you have an instant top pick here. Opinion sell on the peak. Yeah, I would have loved to have sniped it from like there. Took the break even. Yeah, good job, man. Break even's good. Let me see, 15. Let me just see. I'm pretty much just waiting. If the 30 doesn't actually drive here, I'm also going to close at break even. Like I say, if I was in this full risk, I would also close at break even. As soon as I start, wicking these lows, I'll probably risk off this little high, which is what 3. I may as well just go break even in a second. No bottom wick. Yeah, no bottom wick was nice. No bottom wick's the reason I'm holding. There you go. So you're breaking the lows now. Cool. So because you're breaking the lows, I'm going to go break even here. Because that could be the potential liquidity grab. I'm not taking any crazy risk here today. If we drive, amazing. If we come back up, so be it. But you've just wicked out these lows, which you had to do before a potential push up. So now you grab these lows. If we close below them, amazing. But as soon as you start grabbing them, we gotta manage. Oh, you're gonna get me here, Goldie. We're gonna survive this. Got in at 55.2. Oh, very nice. Yeah, you got amazing entry. 55.2. Where's that? Yeah. Yeah, you got a lovely entry there, Trent. Very nice entry, man. Very, very nice entry. I'm looking for trades on Sunday or Monday. Have a good night. Enjoy, Connor. See you next time, man. Enjoy, enjoy. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I'm out of break even there, guys. I'm out at break even. I don't like this. I had to, as soon as you start re-tapping into this support and rejecting, you have to manage your trade. If we had closed below this, amazing, we could have the nice trade, but as soon as you start rejecting here, you grab these little 5-minute lows, we have to be managing our position because you could just bounce off this support and bounce off this resistance all day long. So, we will take the break even. There's possible re-entries, but not yet in this range. I think if you got a break even here today, that's good. You still have plenty more opportunities today. But for me, leaving this trade open in this tiny little shitty range doesn't make sense. So take the break even and then move on. W for discipline. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. Discipline and good understanding of the markets and being neutral. That's all we can do. Are you in a trade? Yes, I am. We were in these cells. My original stop, and this is what you guys want to take away from this trade. We executed this trade with our stop loss initially up here. We took it off this 5 minute. Now, as soon as you start... No, sorry, wait, did we take it? Yeah, we took it off this 5 minute. And as soon as you start to reject like this, closing bullish, my stop loss comes down to take risk off the table. As soon as you then reject the highs again and close bearish, then my stop loss goes above here. And then as soon as you grab the lows, then my stop loss comes below here. So, trade management again, very, very important. It makes no sense for me to leave this trade open and hope that it hits. We're in a range. Accept the range. You can't control the range, you can't control the volume. You can only control the position you are in, and that's what we did. So, we'll leave this and see how it goes out if we didn't manage. But for me, as soon as you wick these lows, you have to manage a trade. And if we didn't manage our trade, we would be stressed right now, going profit, drawdown, profit, drawdown. Remember, we're scalping. We're intraday trading as scalping, so we want to be in and out. In and out.
Where would you be looking to put alerts, Aaron, now?
Probably like maybe below here-ish, man. Maybe below anywhere of this range, to be honest, man. This is kind of going to be like a no trade range for me. So I'd be waiting for... You might just set an alert above and below here, to be honest. But wait for an actual 15 closure out of it, I would say. I think you may even grab previous 15 highs. I hope you don't do this until unemployment claims, but it's very possible. But still, to me, on this 30, the likelihood of us hitting all these 30 lows is still very likely. Great trade management, mate. Thank you, man. If we, we still got another 35 minutes. If this 30 all of a sudden in the next 5 minutes does close the volume, I'll quickly look for some top wicks to re-enter. The trade isn't invalid for me. It's still valid. There's just no volume, and that's all I don't want to hold through. The actual setup still makes sense. It's just the lack of volume. Hey, look at this 5. We should have traded yesterday. Look at this. Look at yesterday compared to today. So if we, we're super zoomed in here. You zoom out, we're in a very, very tricky range. So I think we managed our position well, considering this is the range we're working with. But today, you guys still want to be looking for this big, decent downside play. When you may come up and grab some highs one more time and then push down. Who knows? Yeah, I'm just leaving it up to see how it would have gone, because this trade is based off the 30. I still have to understand the volume. And the previous 15, closed with like a zero volume in that last 15. Look at that. Make this a bit bigger in case anyone still takes it. 54.9. 54.9. Sounds like a very nice entry. 54.9. Almost $13. Wet Lambo. Soon, man. Soon. It's coming your way. Get on the website. Yeah, well, I actually took what, minus, yeah, that's around what, 25-ish dollars there. Alright, guys, give me 2 seconds, grab a phone charger and we'll stay on. Happy New Year, Happy New Year to you. Are you in a trade? Nah, not in a trade. We were in this trade. Buy closed this trade at break even. Okay, yeah. See? We were in this trade from like here, like this. But now we're not in anymore because of this 5-minute noise. What month contract? February, man. February. GCG4. Holy shit, it's hot in this room, man. I am still looking for another trade. I just want to see this 30 close in like 30 seconds here. Watch this 5-minute drop at like the last 5 minutes of the day. Must be a top set favorite. I lost 13.86 as well. How does futures differ from like FX? Still very choppy. Yeah, very, very choppy. Futures differs from FX. You have better funding opportunities, more regulated brokers. You don't have to deal with spreads all the time, which is very key if you're scalping, to not get fucked on spreads all the time. You don't have to worry about broker manipulation. It does not exist in futures. It's way too regulated. Like if you see spikes like this on a Wanda and you go on a different, not that I'm saying it has, and in other times it will, you go on a different chart and you don't see them spikes, that's because that's literally that provider manipulating price like that. On futures, that does not happen. But for me, main reason to moving to futures was the executions. If I go click buy here on maybe not today because volume's not as great, but price right now on futures is at what, 25.4. If I click buy now, it's the exact price I'll get filled at. You know, we have some guys in the community that look at stuff such as Bookmap. So you can see real orders coming in and out of the markets. You can see where real orders are being placed in the markets. But yeah, for me, the biggest reason was obviously Top Step, funding opportunities way better than any FX firm, and just the execution. Futures is only like comics, right? Yeah, pretty much. But you can trade a, you can trade a lot on Top Step. You can trade gold, you can trade Nasdaq, you can still trade currencies. You still, I made a video on how you guys can still trade forex currencies just in the futures markets, where you can have the better executions, better fills, don't have to deal with spreads. So you can still trade, you can still trade all the currencies as well. Nasdaq, Dow, Russell, you can trade absolutely everything. I haven't looked at Russell in a while. If you compare futures and FX, there's literally zero reason for you to trade FX. Yeah, huge sell-off as well. Look at that. Big sell-off. The only people make it get a little leverage. But if you trade funded, then just, especially with the deals on the minute as well, to use Bookmap. Now I did use Bookmap for a little bit, but I just prefer to do it like how I draw the liquidity levels on here. I just find it a little bit cleaner. Some of the guys in the community do like using it. I prefer just to keep it clean. Also move from CSDs to futures recently. Good job. Yeah. Low commission. Yeah. Yeah, more playing fields. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Paul. That's a good point, man. Interactive brokers, low commission. Yeah, I've used interactive brokers before. CSD account gold spread 0.3. Let's have a look. So if you go into your MT4 or 5, if you're trading gold, you want your spreads to be less than 2. At least less than 2. So what's mine? On my Blueberry account right now, I have 0.8, which is very good, and 0 commissions. Other brokers and especially funding firms are going to give you way bigger spreads. That's the only downside. If you guys trade funded and trade FX, the brokers that you get given, you can't choose from. So they can give you shit fills and shit spreads. Whereas if you trade funded on Top Step, you trade with a regulated broker and they have 0 control over that broker. I don't know any funding firm that lets, in the FX world, that lets you choose the broker. And you have to ask yourself, why is that? That's literally because they control it. Same as when FTMO used to offer the opportunity for you to choose your own broker and then got rid of it. You have to ask, why is that? And with Top Step, you literally can choose from 5 different regulated futures brokers that they have 0 control over. But you can, there's some good FX brokers out there if you guys want to trade personal FX. Like I've used Blueberry Markets for a long time. Blueberry Markets are fantastic. But if we're talking about funding opportunities, just trade futures. Nova seems Nova. Yeah, I've not heard of Nova. Yeah, nice man, nice. Take it. Seems to be moving. Yeah, it seems to be moving, but it hasn't. It's still not having any closure. Oh, look at that motherfucker. There she is. I knew she'd do us dirty like that. Now she's moving. Yeah, now she is moving. Had that 5 close. 5 close below the range, little top wick, push down. Oh, why did it? And I knew it would hit. Like I said, it's just annoying that I knew it was going to dick around for so long. Like I say, you're hitting just about 10 ticks, which took 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. To wait 30 minutes for 10 ticks is just not worth the emotional stress to me. If I'm hitting 10 ticks, I want that to hit in like 5 minutes. It's the only annoying part with this trade. And ended up coming down, you know, maybe closed 50% there, but you'd at least be break even now. But yeah, that's the only reason I didn't want to hold, is because it was taking that long, and to see this go from bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, for me the mental stress isn't worth holding a position like that. Whether it hits or not, sometimes it's just not worth it. Normally FX progress. Yeah, Australia changed it to 1 to 30. Yeah, I remember that. I think it's a couple of years ago now. I remember that. Oh, with TFT, they let you choose brokers. Oh, there you go. Very nice. Yeah, good. I didn't know that. That's good. I don't know what brokers they offer, but that's good. Ten ticks is 10. Yeah. Same thing, man. Yeah, 10 ticks, 10 pips. So here, you know, on FX here, 11 ticks, 11 pips. Both drew my full balance from them today. Only focus on futures. Very nice, Chris, man. Good work, man. Good work. Well, you know, originally we were like up here, so you would have gone, you risk off this high. You probably would have then risked off this high once it closed bullish. But yeah, you're wicking. The reason that, you know, you're wicking these lows is because, like I said, anyone who's buying here, where's their stop going to go? Just below this low here. So that's the trade that I wanted to wick out, where most people are trying to buy. So this is what retail traders look at. Retailers try to buy off this support. They put their stop just below that low. And that's why I was trying to short into where they were trying to buy. And that was the trade. If anyone sniped like a higher entry or anything like that, or was still holding, good job. Like I said, the trade wasn't invalid. To me, it just wasn't worth holding. From 7:30, I wonder if today's... Yeah, that's possible, man. It's possible because, yeah, yesterday was such an aggressive day in London. You know that. Even what did the rest of the week have in London as well? Because I haven't really managed to get on London much this week. A little dip back down there. What time is that? Where was London on Wednesday? Oh, it was yesterday. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, aggressive move down. Oh, look at that push. Fucking gold, man. Did anyone hold that? Got a higher entry move to break even and got wicked out to the tick before the move down. Yeah, motherfucker. Always the way, man. Always the way. Yeah, it was a great call. Direction again, perfect. Same as the buys. It's a shame it took so long to hit. We'll get her again today. Be more annoyed if you took the L on low volume. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's very true, Mark. Yeah. So Mark on Zoom just said gold did us dirty on that one, but you'd be more annoyed if you took the L in low volume than the winner, which is very, very true. Although this is, you know, hitting exactly where we were saying, you know, we'd probably be out full here. It would be more frustrating to take a loss and not react off price bouncing off this support than it's more frustrating that we didn't get the win. So although the direction was perfect, if it did hit stop loss after bouncing off this support and failing to break here, we would have been pretty pissed off. So I think it's it's a good trade. Good trade, good management. Management double, yeah, management W, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we'll plan some. Once you start grabbing these, you know, we'll reassess what FOMC could do. Sorry, unemployment claims could do here today. I'm still holding break even with partials taken. Yeah, good shit, Tim. Good stuff, man. Could even probably just trail aggressive, you know, like trail lock in like your runners at a decent amount. As soon as you start wicking these lows, there's your pretty much your full TP. Good job, man. Break even could have bought Lambo handle with this trade. Yeah, I was firing up LamborghiniBrisbane.com, but I just closed it. Once I closed that trade at break even, I thought, you know what, I'm not ready. But Nasdaq had more. Yeah. Well, if you trade one on gold and then one on Nas, one contract on Nas, you can make fucking decent returns on like a small move. Where on gold, it's not actually that much. But yeah, because Nasdaq moves big. So if you trade like 5 on gold, trade like 1 on Nas. You're not gonna grab these lows. Look at that. So you'd be closing that, to be honest. That's what gold and Lambos have in common. You have to wait for both of them. Yeah, it would have been a lovely call, but yeah, like as Mark said, which I think is very important, it would have been more frustrating to take that loss today than hope in here, because all you're doing here, you know, when price is in here like this, and this is very important. If you guys ever take a trade and price starts to go like this on a day trade, you're more so hoping that price is going to break out as opposed to reacting to what you're seeing. You're bouncing off support and you're bouncing off resistance. So although we think, you know, price is going to break to the downside, you would have already wanted to see it happen here. You know, if this 5 minute here, after wicking out these highs, closes below this low, I would have held this trade. But because you then bounce off the support, if I had held this trade and it then went bullish and then bearish doji, I would have been hoping that it was going to break out. But we're not here to hope that price is going to play out. We're here to react to the volume. You then did get a very small closure, a very quick top wick here, and then push back lower. But you never want to be in a trade and be hopeful and hoping that it pushes down when it does something like this. You want to be in here and in and out with the volume. If it's a day trade and you start dicking around for like half an hour, you have to manage your position, whether you like it or not. Because if you ever get in a trade and you hope that it's going to push down and then it stops you out, you're going to be pissed off and you're going to spend the rest of the day revenge trading and you're going to end up ending the day down hard. As opposed to I'll take the break even and wait for the volume and re-enter and still probably end the day up green and wait for my setup to come up again. But never trade from a perspective of hoping that a trade's going to play out if it just starts to rage. Just cut it and wait. And if you get a re-entry, amazing, take it. But don't ever be in a trade and be hopeful. Because most of the time, if you're in that state, it's never a good sign, win or loss. React to that emotion. The key levels in your video. The key levels in your video course. Have you got those marked out on your chart? Yeah, I do, Chris. 2050, which I just for some reason just deleted. Where's that gone? I think I adjusted. Yeah, 2050 and 2000 on the higher time frame, much down here. So the overall big range that gold is in is 250 to 2000 right now. So the daily actually yesterday broke below 250 here, closed back below 2050, retested today, and is now starting to push back down. So them key levels on gold are the absolute key. You never know, you may actually spike into it a little bit more today. Horrible drug, that hopium. Yeah, 100% Graham. The worst. You never want to be in a trade and be hopeful. If you don't like the price action. See, let's say this could be the liquidity grab of all these lows before potentially pushing higher. and this is exactly the same as the setup I took yesterday here. Unfortunately, yesterday I didn't have to worry about managing it, and it ended up hitting. Probably would have had the same circumstance today if I wasn't here watching it. But yeah, I just think I don't really manage much off the 5 anymore. But even still here, you can even see on the 30. Even on the 30, you have to manage that. If the 30 closes doji, you have to manage that. If the 5 closes doji, no, it's not a big deal. But if the 30 and the 15, especially the 15 closes with 0 volume, you have to understand that. Did Brahman Groom tell you offer a sniper during the ceremony? Yeah, well, if it wasn't in the middle of nowhere, I would have been able to manage my shorts from up here yesterday. Because I didn't have signal, I had to set it a TP before I left. But if I didn't, fucking hell, I would have come back to what, almost $5,000 a day or something. Once by the time I got back home, I think we were down here at like 200 ticks at like 2.5 contracts. 2.5 lots on the FX side would have been like, yeah, like a $5 trade. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But it was still, it was around a 20 tick trade. You know, it was only a little scalp anyway, but it was a cool. How's this hourly looking on gold? Yeah. So you've wicked out these lows, like, you know, that's the thing. Gold, although it's been in a very tough range today, gold has literally done exactly what we said. Came up, top wicked at this level. Well, didn't top wick first at this level, but eventually, you know, dicked around, top wicked at this level, and then came back down to grab the lows. So if it didn't mess around so much and we had got an instant top wick, you could have sniped it from there, and you would have got like 30, because the 5 minute messed around, and the 15 and 30. That's why it took so long. But actual analysis today, to push up to grab these highs, and then come back down to grab the lows, was absolutely perfect. That's what you guys want to take away from this. Ignore the break even. Understand how we were able to call this spike up and then this spike back down. Because although it's very small moves, you know, these are still 30 down and what, 20 up. That's like 50 ticks on the day. If you get that, that's a very good day. A very, very good day. I was the same for my son's primary school graduation. I missed a 10k profit trade. I know where I would have rather be though. The market represent those again. Yeah, good. I was wondering how you were going to end that sentence, but yeah, that's very true. I also lost out on a 10k trade when I was in New Zealand because I got locked out of my camper van, and that's a true story. The worst day of my life. I got locked out of my camper van. I had my laptop set up, the heater. I was getting ready for the New York session. I went out to go use the campsite toilets, and I was locked out with my laptop and everything set up. And me and my friend Lewis had like an absolutely beautiful trade lined up and set up, and he took it and I missed out on a 10k trade. It was absolutely ridiculous. Tip my hat to you scalpers. Thank you, Paul. Not for me, but interesting to watch you see the rationale. When you see the trade short from 53.2, hold until, let's see, stopped. Yeah, good shout, Paul. Yeah, it's a good shout. Yeah, so you got 53.2. Yeah, you still probably hit. Where's that? Let me have a look here. Yeah, still on the grand scheme of things, it's still, you know, a decent area. Because yeah, I agree. I think, you know, today, looking at this 4 hour, it's very likely today you're still going to see us, you know, dip back down to like what, 242. This is on the. Wait, let me have a look on the futures. Let me do it on the screen. Let's go to the hourly. Let me see here, hourly. It looks so different. Yeah, so on the futures on the hourly, to still dip back down to like, you know, 46 to 45, and grab all them 4 hour lows, it's, yeah, still a pretty nice trade. So for an intraday trade to still hold sells is still a pretty nice position, because the 4 hour, you know, to me, is still throwing some pretty heavy rejections, and you haven't for the past what, 4, 8, 12, 16 hours had one bearish close. We now grab these highs, and at any point you could see a lot of these lows grabbed, and you know, who knows, even roll back over to daily lows on unemployment claims. Yeah, so yeah, Yeah, that's the thing. Scalping can be tough sometimes when you get stuck in ranges like this. That's why when I'm scalping and I see it go like this, I just cut it and wait, because my best scalp trades are where you get the quick top wicks and you get in and out with the volume. So when I get in, most of my losses come from day trading and scalping when we go into these ranges, because you can just bounce off this support and just creep, hit off this resistance, come back down and just creep up and then eventually hit. So whenever I see something like this, I just manage aggressively now, because like I say, my best trades come in when you get these wicks, these bullish closes, and it just pushes. And if you ever stall like this, I'm like, nah, out. 4-5 sell on Nas since Monday. It's crazy. Oh shit, yeah, it's a very, very nice trade. Nas had a, was it Monday it had the drop? I saw it had a crazy drop yesterday in London as well. Where was Monday? What day is it today? 4th. Yeah, pretty much peaked, didn't it? Pretty much peaked on Monday. Oh no, just before the close, yeah, Monday had a huge drop. And yesterday a decent drop as well, yeah. Nas on because Nas is at what? Weekly highs, I believe. Is it a massive weekly resistance? Oh, I got my... I fucking need to update my payment. I've been locked out. Yeah, where did you... Oh, you see, did you there? Yeah, you just peaked above all-time highs. Held above all-time highs for what? 2 weeks? And now you're instantly pushing back down. I can't, look at that. Because I got break even, I can't even afford the up-to-date data. Look at that. Times are hard. Times at 53. Well, let's plot out some. We'll plot out some levels today. See what we got going on. Let's just get rid of all this. You guys on Zoom will have this Zoom recording uploaded after, so you can go back and skip it to like 8 AM London time. Look at the time down here, or even around here, 7:45 ish, and watch it until here to talk about that whole move. But let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of this. So we'll claim the break even. We'll put it in the side. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all this noise and see what we got going on for the rest of the day. Because obviously you got, like I say, you got unemployment claims later on, and then you got NFP tomorrow as well. So you've grabbed all of these 30 lows now, which is very nice. Well, if we go, we'll do a little bit of top down. Be watching all of these 4-hour lows today, because even if you're going to see gold run higher today, you're going to bottom wick and grab all these lows before pushing higher. So be watching them 4-hour lows. That's all there is to really say on the 4-hour. I want to give too high a time frame of analysis. The downside overall target is 2028 or 2030 on the spot chart. Where could you still push up into before this potential push down? Well, the next resistance, very simply, is going to be up here. So if you're going to push higher, you're going to tap into 2053-ish. I'll be surprised if you come up there, but who knows? I would like to see this be the high of the day before the push back down. But markets don't give a shit about what I hope for. So if you start breaking this hourly high here, you could push up into 2053. But also, if you're going to see sells, you would want to see this hourly high respected. And I still want to see this hourly high respected. But look at this way this is closing doji. So for me, I don't like longs today. I personally won't be buying gold today. I don't see any buying opportunities until you start closing back above here. To me, there's too many lows to come and grab. So all you'd really want to see is a nice, this is the very, very tight range you're working with right now. So I wouldn't, what's this? This is a 17-ish tick range. I wouldn't touch anything in here. All I'll be waiting for here now is I'll be waiting for maybe pre-New York and just a closure out of this range. Or maybe the 15 is probably going to be the nicest. If this 15 closes back above, wait for the 15 to close back below after grabbing some highs. And then, 15 close below, quick top wick, and that could be your short for the day. Like I say, I personally won't be buying gold today. I don't like longs. unless the news comes out aggressive and you start grabbing these lows, then maybe you could flip it to the longs. But for now, I'm still short on the day. I don't like longs, like I say. And you can still see, you know, intraday levels. If this 15 does still respect this resistance, because you still haven't grabbed these lows, sells into that is also pretty nice, but just don't expect it to move too quick. 15, 16 ticks. But wait for some volume to come in, you know. This, let's see, let me just see the 30 closing soon. So this 30 is going to close again with like less than 10 ticks of body, which is very, very small. So yeah, I think your best bet, see how this closes in like 4 minutes. If you close below, amazing. If you close into the range, this is going to be a no trade range. I wouldn't even watch price in here. It can dick around in this range as much as it wants. If you want a day trade, you know, it's still a nice level to look for shorts. But if you want a scalp, don't look for anything in this range. It's not worth the risk. If you close below, amazing, take the shorts. The only way you could see longs is if you start closing above here. Then you could buy gold back up into here, you know, maybe back up into these levels. But I'll be very surprised to see that happen without wicking out a lot of this before then pushing up, and that's going to be the trade that you want to take advantage of anyway. So with that being said, there's not much point us watching the hourly close here. You guys on Zoom, I'll let you guys go. We took a break even today. It's still a great trade, and I'll upload this Zoom after this, and I'll talk to you guys closer to New York in maybe like 2-ish hours. I'll probably jump back on and see how price is moving. So enjoy, guys. I'll talk to you Zoom guys in Discord.
Okay, see ya.
See you guys.
Bye, Aaron.
Talk soon. Bye bye. All right, YouTube fam. I'm gonna wrap up there. Good trade today. You know, direction was great. Unfortunately, just got stuck in low volume. So I'm personally gonna wait for closer to the New York session. But you guys have my levels now. Let me go back on here in case you guys didn't get it. These are the levels you want to be watching and waiting for. But for me now, I'm just gonna monitor like 30-minute closes on the go. Have some dinner. Wait for this to do whatever it wants, and then come back again for maybe closer to New York and see what we get. But great trade, great management, like I say. Direction perfect. I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. And I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. And we'll trade pre-NFP. Trade safe. Don't force anything. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.